Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Straight Outta Boston here, aka the King of Boston. Today we're back for episode number 11 of my Jim Lowry Road to the Show. The second to last regular season episode for this first season. We've only got 5 more starts left entering today, so the way I'll do it is if we end up making the playoffs or anything, I'll just, take the next episode and probably put the first playoff start in that, and then if we're still in the playoffs by the time I'm done with that start, we'll just keep going and keep doing 3 starts per episode or whatever, and if we don't make the playoffs, then I'll just do the entire off-season portion of whatever I, need to do in terms of putting that in a video into the next episode. So that way we'll just keep the series moving along pretty nicely. But anyway, we've got a start against the Tampa Bay Rays here, another AL East opponent, and Kevin Kiermaier is going to line that one down the right field line. Kiermaier on his horse headed for 2. He will get there safely. So it's going to be a double for the young Rays outfielder now with 1 out in the top of the second. It's Joey Butler up, and that's going to get away from Weeders. Didn't even stick the glove out to try and stop that one. That will probably go down as a wild pitch. So Joey Butler still up now with a 3-2 count. We're going to walk him. I was pitching around him pretty carefully there. Thought worst case scenario I would set up the double play ball with a walk. So now the next batter is going to be Asdrubal Cabrera. 3-2 count to him. He smokes one to deep right field. That ball is back and caught by the right fielder. I'm not sure who's out in right field today. Can never really tell with these Orioles outfielders. But now with 2 outs in the inning, it's Tim Beckham up, and Beckham's going to fly one to center. Adam Jones ranging to his left, and he will make the play, and that will retire the side. So Lowry gives up a run, but he's through 2 now. Into the top of the third, Evan Longoria up, first pitch slider for strike 1, 0-1 count. That's going to be a fastball in the inner half for strike 2. The 0-2 changeup away for strike 3, and Lowry fires up the K counter with his first strikeout of the evening here. Through 3 innings. Now we're into the top of the 5th. Still a 1-1 game. We strike out Desmond Jennings there on the slider with a man on first. Strikeout number 2 on the evening for Big Jim. And you can take a look at the replay here. That one well off the plate, but Jennings completely fooled on it. Must have been looking fastball or something. Now I believe this is David DeJesus up. He's going to line one into left. That's going to put men on first and second now for the Tampa Bay Rays with I'm not sure how many outs, either 1 or 2. But now 1 out with John Jaso up 0-1 count. Jaso's going to rip one to right. That is going to be a fair ball down the line. That will be played by the right fielder. He's going to get it into the cutoff man. The runner coming around from first. The relay home is in time, and they get to Jesus well in time in that, at that actually. So a nice relay there by the Orioles. The defense once again picking up Lowry. And then we strike out Longoria on the changeup for the second time tonight. Strikeout number 3, and Lowry is through 5. Now we're into the top of the 7th. A 5-2 lead for the Orioles. Tim Beckham up 1-0 count. Beckham, the former #1 overall draft pick in 2008, drives one to deep right. That's going to go off the wall. Misplayed by the right fielder. And Tim Beckham's going to get on his horse, rounding second, heading for third. He will easily get in there with a leadoff triple to get things going here in the top of the 7th inning for the Tampa Bay Rays, trying to close down this 3-run deficit. And Beckham doing his part there with a leadoff triple. Now 2 batters later, Desmond Jennings up with 1 out. We're going to walk him, and that will put runners on first and second now for David DeJesus. The 1-0 count. Runner going for second. Throw down is not in time, so it's going to be second and third for David DeJesus with 1 man out, a prime run scoring opportunity. The 3-2 count, where he's going to line that one down the left field line. Fair ball. Both runs are going to come around and score, and that's going to make it a 5-4 ball game. So a 2-run single for the batter there, and that will make it a 5-4 ball game, as I said. And Buck Showalter will pull his young starter. Jim Lowry's day is done after 6 1/3. He ends up giving up 4 earned runs that would strand that runner on first. So 9 hits, 2 strikeouts, 3 walks. Not the greatest stuff from Lowry today, but ends up getting the win, as the Orioles would take home the victory. And as you can see, we're creeping back up there in the standings, sort of riding the ship. Only 4 games out in the wild card. We would actually get closer in the division by the time our next start happened against the New York Yankees here. So they are 5.5 ball games up on us entering this ball game. So definitely getting a little bit close. I mean, we certainly have a chance at the playoffs here with a month left to play. I mean, anything can happen. So an interesting young pitching matchup for Jim Lowry versus Michael Pennant, 2 of the bright young right-handed arms in baseball, in the AL East at that too. So the Orioles jump out to a 2-0 lead in the top of the first, but Brendan Ryan up. He's going to get things going in the bottom of the first with a 1-out single there to right field. And he will step into first base. What am I saying? But get over to first base safely. So now Brett Gardner up next batter, 3-1 count. He's going to take that 3-run changeup back up the middle into center field for a base hit. And that will put 2 men on. Actually, Ryan going for third. He's going to get thrown out. He hesitated to go to third there. Looks like he tried to break forward after the throw from Jones was offline, but skip ahead a couple batters now. It's second and third with 2 outs for Beltran, who rips one into left, and a diving play by David Lowe, but he can't make the play. That's going to go all the way to the wall. 2 runs will come around and score. Beltran trying to go for third here with 2 outs, and he's in there. It's a 2-out, 2 RBI triple for Carlos Beltran on the defensive misplay from David Lowe out there. So 2 runs come home and score. Now Brian McCann up 3-0 count. Actually, this is Garrett Jones, excuse me. And he's going to end up walking, as you can see on that crap call right there from the umpire. And then Stephen Pierce is going to fly this inside changeup to deep center field. I did not mean to throw that changeup inside, but luckily we get away with it. Jones makes the play, but a rough first inning there for Jim Lowry. 2 runs come across. Now Chase Headley up 0-1 count, bottom of the first. That's going to be ripped into right center. That will get down and go all the way to the wall. Runner from first is going to come all the way around. He's trying to score. The throw home will be not in time. Oh, it is in time. They got him. Holy smokes. I did not see that coming. And it looks like Chris Young actually gets hurt on the play, so they would bring in Jose Perella to replace him. So a couple of nice defensive plays so far in this episode, getting some runners out at home to save some of that ERA for Jim Lowry. But bottom 4 now, Garrett Jones up, still a 2-2 game. First pitch of the AB, ripped into right field. That ball is back, and goodbye baseball, a solo home run for Garrett Jones, the left-handed hitting corner outfielder slash first baseman. And he ends up taking Lowry deep there, getting the start against the right-handed pitcher, and he takes advantage. Girardi applauding his man right there as Jones comes all the way around, touch them all, and he does just that, scoring and making it 3-2. Now Stephen Pierce up next, the man traded for Robert F. Schneider at the beginning of the year. He's going to take that high fastball to left field now, and that ball is gone. Back-to-back solo home runs, and the Yankees take a 4-2 lead. So things falling apart here once again for Lowry as his second half struggles continue. It has been a rough second half for Jim. I wish I could split up the ERAs and see what his first half ERA is compared to his second half. And now, with already Jose Perella on at first, that's going to be a base hit into right. 2 men are going to get on now for the New York Yankees, and that is going to do it. Buck Showalter comes out and will take the ball away from his young starter. Lowry's day is done. He is not happy, and his day would be done. 3 innings pitched, 5 earned, 10 hits. No strikeouts and 1 walk, and he picks up actually a no decision right there. I think someone from the bullpen got the loss. So anyway, you can take a look at the stats now. ERA all the way up to 3.90. Our dips is up to 4.1, or actually you would round that off to 4.2 or 4.18, whatever. But yeah, things not going well right now. But we do have one final start in this episode against the Boston Red Sox. A chance to right the ship here for Big Jim against an offense that struggled a lot this season in real life. We've got the beard growing back out again. The long hair is back away from the shaved head or whatever. But we're going up against Wade Miley too, a pitcher who we might have an advantage against in the matchup. But we're going up against this Red Sox offense. Mookie Betts leading things off. That's a slow roller. I felt I'd let Machado play it there, but of course he does not pick up the ball. So that's going to be a leadoff single for Betts. I thought Machado would have the best play there, but of course he decided he did not. So Brock Holt up next now, another slow roller. And I try to go to second here, of course. I get stuck in one of those crappy MLB animations where he's got to take 4 steps to stop his momentum. So had to end up being the dump throw to second. But now 2 batters later with runners on second and third and 1 out. Napoli grounds out 1 to Chris Davis at first. Betts will come home and score. And the Red Sox jump out to an early 1-0 lead here in the top of the first. So a couple, some bad luck right there for Lowry. A couple softly hit balls lead to a run. And then next batter, Pablo Sandoval grounded to third. Machado makes the play. In time throw to first, and that will retire the side. So we allow 1 in the first off of, like I said, some pretty weak contact. Now we're into the top of the second. Alejandro De Aza, he's going to go down swinging on that changeup right there. Kind of left that one up, but it confused De Aza anyway. He must have been looking for a fastball. So you can take a look at some of the replay right there. Now Brock Holt up a 1-2 count now for the number 2 hitter in this Red Sox lineup. That's grounded. Nice play by Rob Refschneider. Jump throw to first in time. A nice defensive play by the former New York Yankee prospect, who is now Baltimore Oriole second baseman. But David Ortiz up now in the top of the 4th inning. He rips one to the, that's actually Machado playing shortstop there because of the shift. We get away with it. Probably shouldn't be pitching Ortiz so far outside with the shift on, but now still top 4. Mike Napoli up. First pitch is going to be a foul 0-1 count. That's going to be a fastball in the outer half, strike 2. We go back to the sliders, strike 3 swinging. Napoli a 3-pitch strikeout. That's going to be strikeout number 2 for Lowry on the evening. Now still top 5. Ryan Hannigan up first pitch. That's going to be a fastball, strike 1 over the heart of the plate. Fastball up for strike 2. 0-2 count. We go back to the changeup now. Strike 3 swinging. Strikeout number 3 for Lowry. And he has worked through 5 solid innings so far. Looking pretty good in the start. Into the top of the 6th. Mookie Betts leading things off the 2-2 count. That's going to be strike 3 on the fastball. Betts froze right there. That was a nice, 8 or 9 pitch AB from Betts. Fouled off a ton of pitches, and we finally froze him on the fastball there. Strikeout number 4. Now into the top of the 7th with an 8-1 lead. Ryan Hagan up. He's going to fly one to deep center field. Jones backtracking all the way to the wall, and he will make the play. So We are through 7 solid innings so far, only 1 earned run allowed. Now with 2 men on, 0-1 count to Pablo Sandoval here in the 8th. That's going to be flied into left center, and that play will be made by our left fielder, I believe. That's probably Travis Schneider out there. He squeezes that one, and we are through 8 innings, and Showalter actually leaves us in for the 9th with 115 pitches, and I mean, what did you expect with 115 pitches and Xander Bogaerts up? I mean, he takes a Lowry yard right there. I don't know what Buck Showalter was thinking. I was pretty not, you know, upset or anything, or mad that I was left in for the 9th inning, but still kind of like, really? You got to leave us in? I mean, with 115 pitches, I know they probably want us to get the complete game with such a big lead. And it does not matter at the end of the day. We finish our day 8 1/3, 2 earned runs, 5 hits, 4 Ks, 2 walks, and we pick up another win. So helping the Orioles get back into this division race. We've got 2 more regular season starts, and that will round out our season at that point. But we're 77 and 76, so let's see what we can do down the stretch run here. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you did enjoy, and I'm out. Peace.